Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and 4. Off the play fake, Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stroud. Completion here to Claypool. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. You look at this Packers defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
4th down. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here goes Stroud again. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it. In the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Flushed it. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Stroud now on 4th down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you haven't been taught.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Gibson. Touchdown, Houston. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now Love going to change things up. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Fighting for it, he's got space. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Love now. Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. He's got him in, complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Packers. This decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feed.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Jordan Love.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston.
Damian Pierce.
75 yards.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Green Bay, 65 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Now Carlson for the extra point.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. On second down, it's Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Houston.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, here's Pierce. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Play action. Here's Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that are watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now he'll escape to his right.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Stroud looking to throw.
Going for the deep ball. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he is going to have the Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
That is caught. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Stroud. That complete to Shorter. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they send a man in motion right. Now Stroud. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And got his man complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Love going to give this one to Jones. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and maybe that'll carry over.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing now is Stroud. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way to the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Love's throw brought in by Watson. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second in a couple.
At the Texans' 2-yard line.
Now receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. And the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. A great open field tackle is going to... Trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Oh, this is taken in. It's It's complete. Loose inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. Stroud now on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they'll get this down to the 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Equanimous St. Brown from 10 yards out. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Love now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 24 yards. On play action. Love to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw now. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Love. That one tipped and it's incomplete. A good
by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Stroud off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. The throwing again is Stroud. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
At the Packers' 13-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. Stroud delivers another one to Pierce. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the post.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Love. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Stroud looking to change the play. Hand off right side to Pierce. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Stroud out of the gun here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On second and goal, there's an option play left. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Motion man is Schwartz. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ready. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing. Love. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. First and 10, it's Pierce. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now from the 42. Here's Stroud. Escaping the press. Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
First down, Houston.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Stroud. Flush to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Once you get out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Now Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown, Houston.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over Dallas. He continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D. How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll slide down real hard to tackle. Here's 1st down. Clock at 24 seconds. Here comes 2nd down. Stroud looks to throw. Got a man. That's shorter.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. One final shot for C.J. Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Green Bay, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Houston, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.